Okay, hello. Today is September the 26th, 2020, and I'm doing some requests because it was brought to my attention that Obamacare is up for being struck out, so to speak, between the election and November 10th, potentially. Because that's apparently what Trump, who I cannot keep up with his criminality, is wanting to do. And thus, part of the reason of getting that Supreme Court person in is to strike down Obamacare. So let's see. I want to look at the situation. I just want to ask the tarot and my ancestors and the Creator what the situation will be, or how Obamacare will be doing during this time window. What happens with Obamacare between the election and November 10th? Because Trump would like it to be basically drop kicked by the Supreme Court. According to one of my viewers. So, I wanted to take a look at that. And I'm also going to be taking a look in a follow-up reading with the future of LGBTQIA rights and other minorities. Definitely Black Lives Matter. But for right now, I'm going to look at Obamacare and if it's still going to be holding on through the election to November 10th. So I gotta kind of get in that groove. I ask my ancestors and the Creator again to really help me to read these symbols accurately and get them information interpreted correctly. I'm only human, guys. So let's see. Okay, ancestors, Creator, can you show me through the cards the state of Obamacare through the time period of the election to November 10th, if it will remain, or what happens involving it. Okay, I feel like I kind of got it. Okay. This is the Urban Tarot. And I'll put I'll put its, again, the title of this deck in the description box for those of you who read that are interested. The first card we get is the Devil. And the High Priestess. So during this time window of between the election and November 10th, regarding Obamacare, we have definitely behind the scenes corrupt activities going on. That comes up with the Devil. It's under I think that their attempt to try to dismantle it. But it's still being, I'm shown, behind the scenes. It's not, it's veiled. There's still, so during that time, they're still trying to, I believe, it is targeted for trying to dismantle it in some way. Interesting that in both of these cards with the Urban Tarot, the artwork is really great. This is a modern deck that takes place in a more urban setting, thus the name. And really great deck. Brings in the elements a lot also. But if you take a look, isn't it interesting that they're both in a bathroom? She's in the bathtub and he's sitting on the toilet with his pants on, mind you, smoking a cigarette. And there's the cuff, the bondage aspect of the devil. It still feels, well, right at this point, from what I'm being shown, at that time window, it's like it's making me feel they're still out for it. But I can't tell yet by just those two cards whether it's like gone or if it's just being attacked. The Fool. New Start. And Ace of Wands. Some new start or activity. Jeez. Well, definitely I'm just getting a sense that with that Fool and the activity, a new phase of activity with that Ace of Wands, it looks like they're definitely, and not to tell us what we couldn't already guess, but sometimes the tarot does confirm that, and it shows, all I can say is it's showing me their activity steps up. But it doesn't feel like with that Fool, you notice his foot is about ready, with the Fool, always about ready to go off the cliff. There's a bit of recklessness to it. And there is certainly great recklessness, corrupt recklessness, to dismantle something that that if they do that right now, is going to screw up, again, a lot of people. Hold on just a second. I'm going to put this on pause because I got to set my coffee down. I also wanted to find my stick, so I found it. Okay. Now, as you guys know, I like to do at least 2 rows. 3 usually. Tends to be my magic number. So, but let's just keep going. So it looks like they're definitely still up for dirty tricks involving it, but there's some sort of new start and new activity. Now, I don't know if it's new. I'm thinking it could be a new activity that it could be new activity against it to try and tear it down. Or is this something else? That this gets kind of the Chariot. Valor. The 7 of Wands. This is going to be really, I think, hard fought. Potentially. There's Victory. The Public Defender. I see a woman. A Queen of Wands. And a Prince of Wands. Journalist. being covered, bringing this to the attention of people, this woman. I think she's fighting for it. And she's fighting for the... I see a woman being very, very, very important in this matter at that time. And there's victory with her and valor. She's very brave, I would say. Is that the Supreme Court behind her? Hold on a tick. I'm going to look at the description of this card. Okay, well, this is fascinating. I see a woman that comes speaking truth to power regarding Obamacare at this time window. And forgive me, the cat wants in, but she's in and out, and I can't do it when I'm trying to film. I tell you, the life of a tarot reader. Anyway, now the description of this card is important. I think, to me, because this line is really strong. There's this woman. Now the person, Robin, who made this deck, Robin Scott, used Verena Powell, who was a defense attorney in a case that since I don't know whether Robin is how they identify, I'll say they, were a jury, part of a jury of the case that she was defending someone for. And apparently she impressed the man I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but she impressed the creator of this deck. And behind her, because that's what I was wanting to know about, there's a few things though. Like, what is this right here, right? Well, that is part of a stylized antelope headdress worn by the people of Mali, West Africa. And behind it you can see the front of the New York County Supreme Court at 60 Center Street. The leopard in the foreground is a nod to the one that appears in the Queen's right. So it's a symbol of power, grace, and ferocity. We are going to have some woman in the Supreme Court, I feel like, that's going to be defending this. Somebody comes to the defense of it, no matter what. I can't pretend to exactly know what's going to happen. I can only tell you what the cards show me. And it does look like there's renewed activity, definitely, to try and pull dirty tricks behind the scenes, secretively. But perhaps this new start might be a jump away from this. I'm not sure, because what happens is we get this new start with the Fool and the Ace of Wands, which is the Statue of Liberty as well. And then we get the Supreme Court comes up. I'd never noticed that behind this Queen of Wands. This is blowing my mind. Okay. And if we look above her, this Queen, we see the Fool. Now, because we also have victory, and we have speaking truth to power here, and we have this woman that's fighting for the underdog, and I think she's really bringing it, I think she's going to be bringing it to the public attention. There's some with this journalist card. Let's get that third line in. Interference. There's some kind of interference by the devil, trying to affect Obamacare, trying to get rid of it. But there's interference, and there's interference by a woman of significant guts. Let me tell you, this woman is brave. She speaks truth to power. She is going to be, and she could be a fire sign, potentially. But we don't have to hold hard and fast to that, because it can be just an aspect of her fiery personality defending. Even, let's say, like, even if she's a Libra, she could be utilizing a fiery part of her character. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. But she could be a fire sign. It's just something to always consider. Now, the gain, we get the gain card with the 9 of Pentacles, which is talking about independent well-being. And we get science. We also, with this 6, to me, with the snakes and this, I also get that, how do you say it? Is it catechus? The snake sign, the health, medical. And that's a heart. I don't know if you can really see that there. Okay. So she's fighting for Obamacare. She's trying to stop them. Or to, resist. She's speaking truth to power about it. Wheel of Fortune, and there is change again. But I see interference. I think they will try and mess with it. I have to tell you. I see a woman strongly speaking out against it. And I don't honestly know if they manage to sneak something in, to try to sneak something in, and it creates a situation. But I see definitely Obamacare being defended valiantly by a woman who speaks truth to power and is very active and is putting them in a hot seat about this and about interference, their interference with it. There is some kind of change, and we get that with the Fool here too. There's a lot going on. But with this Supreme Court, I think there will be some changes to it. I do think it does get interfered with a bit, and it will have to get, there is some change. Let me just pull a couple extras. Happiness and pleasure. Oh, look at that. That pleasure card's a bit. Ooh. Sexy. Anyway, we get the idea. I think it will be okay again. I do think there is some form of interference that comes up, definitely, with the devil and them trying to sabotage it. And I think that whatever, I can only say whatever is done or happens, I think we're going to be okay. We'll have people there that are resisting whatever it is that they're trying to do, and they will, I don't know how, but somehow bring forth perhaps a new health care, and that will end up having something new. Let's just say if they, I don't, you see, I'm not getting the complete wanton destruction of it, but there is some, it is, there is some change here, and this is where the change concerns me. But I can't tell whether this is new activity that will kick up to attack Obamacare at that time window, or if there's a switch from this corrupt energy that has been veiled, and we go into a new phase. We go into some kind of new phase of activity and a new cycle here. And they're speaking truth to power. We have a very strong Queen of Wands that will be active with regard to Obamacare and healthcare in general. And I do feel like it's a woman of color. And that's the Supreme Court. And this is about health care. There may be, I can only say is that if something does happen to it, and I don't like to have to keep saying this, but I do believe that I'm being shown we have people that will be sorting out the healthcare situation, and it looks like people will end up happy about it. I get happiness and I get pleasure. So I get the 9 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. I can only tell you, no matter what, I think it's going to be okay. Definitely with that last card, but I think it's going to be hard fought for. And I see a woman in our corner with regards to it. And I do think they will try and interfere with it. Definitely. Damage it. And I can only tell you that if they do manage to screw with it, I see that there will be something better that will come in place. There is a change with that Wheel of Fortune and this Science card, this healthcare. And there is happiness and pleasure. So I keep getting that, guys, and that's what I'm going to have to stick with, because I do see them coming for it. I do see them trying to spoil it. But all I can tell you is we are fortunate that we will have this woman in particularly that is at the forefront of where healthcare is concerned, and speaking truth to power, and she'll be having some success to bring about, I think, something better for us if they do screw with it. This woman is somebody that will be speaking out either to the Supreme Court about it, defending it, trying to keep it, trying to save it. If this isn't an indication that this is protected by a new Supreme Court justice that could come in a new cycle with a new government, potentially. Sorry about that. Eek. Didn't mean to do that. All I can tell you is, once again, yes, I'm shown their absolutely corrupt intent. And it's veiled. But it's very, very much there. There is some kind of new journey new activity, new phase, speaking truth to power, very powerful movement. I feel like it's activism. There will be, I feel like, all kinds of people out for this. And particularly around the Supreme Court, we get a Queen of Wands that is standing up for us, for the underdogs, and I feel like there is some interference, but there will be a change with healthcare, and it will work out for the better. That's what I get. Sorry, that's the best I can do for you. But that's what I'm getting. That is what I'm getting. They're going to work out. I feel like they're going to make changes. So it will shift from what it has been like. Now, I don't know if that means the total scrapping. Somehow I don't think it's the total scrapping of it, or perhaps if it does get attacked and something does occur to it for some reason, if they're managed to mess around with it, all I can tell you is that there's somebody that comes in and with a lot of popular support, and we get a different situation with our health care. There will be changes that are coming to our health care. And they're good changes, though. That's the good news. I keep getting very positive cards after some kind of change to healthcare. We certainly know that this will not, anything positive cannot come through the Trump administration. So I don't know how it comes about, but I see a strong female in the corner to bring about some kind of better healthcare for us if they do anything to it. So that's my reading on Obamacare. I hope that it will bring peace, because I do see something positive. So just know that no matter what, we're going to end up with some amended or new form of health care that's better, and that a lot of people will really, really be better off for. So that's really, I'm glad to see that. I can't pretend to know what shenanigans are going to be going on between a window of time that I was asked to read upon, but it looks like at the end of the day, no matter what they try and do, we're going to end up with something new and something better, and it certainly can't come from them because they have no interest in our well-being. So I leave you with that, and I give you my love, and I hope you're all doing well, and just take care, nurture yourself. Don't let them drain your energy. We're going to have a lot of ugly things that they're doing and scary things that they're going to be doing. So just keep in the back of your mind, when you start to panic and you start to get wound up, I don't know, go take a really great bath, get a massage, do something. You can't get a massage right now, I suppose. Well, maybe you can. Somebody masked up if you're willing to do that. Or at the very least, go soak in your tub. Hot shower. Just try and switch it up. Try to relax your body and just shut off, switch off. And we're going to have to a little bit, because it's just it's going to ramp up. Definitely. Okay? But we're going to be all right. We got this.